All right, man.
Welcome back to the BZ Podcast.
Thank you. We never say that. We're so rude.
Right? We just be like, all right, y'all, so look, sit down. Listen here.
Where we at.
Listen here. We about to talk to you. Shut the fuck up and listen.
All right. All right, I'm jumping right into this.
Go ahead.
I got a bone to pick.
Mm.
All right, this is probably, I'm going to need you to interject, Britt, because it's going to come off real ranty. But
but I feel the same way. That's the problem. But go ahead.
We're going to be addressing something very important.
Yes.
Very important. Stuff that has plagued our society for a very long time. And I'm jumping right into it. Growing up fat, yo.
Right.
Growing up fat. And I'm going to tell you where it came from. I've come to the conclusion I have literally no remorse for skinny people that get fat later on in life.
Absolutely not.
Don't come to me with your problems. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Right.
You're not part of this club.
Right. Right.
You're not in this racket.
Yes.
You're not a lifer.
Yes, a lifer.
You're not a lifer, right?
Gosh.
If you're, you know what I mean? If you're frail mentally as well as physically, you might want to leave this podcast now. Now let me stop.
He said physically.
All right, let me stop.
Physically frail.
All right.
But yes,
so,
we both grew up fat kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if any of you grew up fat, you will understand completely that it never leaves you. Once a fat kid, always a freaking fat kid.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can't join this club. You can't join this club later on in life.
No. You don't have the deep-rooted insecurity forever inside of you.
No. You skipped all the bullshit that came with being fat.
Absolutely.
You did not have to go through no childhood shit.
Right.
All
Already
right?
concerned about your fucking weight and figure. Trying to do little exercises at home. Don't know what the hell you're doing. Then
Absolutely
you go back to your junk-filled kitchen that our parents provided for us. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. And you want to know what else is crazy? Kids in general are way more ruthless than adults.
Absolutely.
Cutthroat. They're going to say whatever's on their mind.
Right.
And there was no term for fat shaming when I was growing up.
Oh, no.
No, you were just fat and people made fun of you and it was accepted. It was accepted. So bottom line, that was my thesis. You didn't rep this set. You ain't been initiated.
How much it sucks right now to have to pick through your childhood photos to not fully put yourself on blast?
Yeah.
Like, damn, yo, I can't even show from that. Not that little span, them little 5 years.
Or coming across a childhood photo that, like, it's just super sloppy.
Or that, your family members want to randomly post on Facebook and tag you in.
I don't have
you
that.
gotta swoop down with the quickness. Turn that off.
I got my privacy settings is on point.
But you know how they still will send it to you, like, to approve or not? And you see it and you're like, are you like, the disrespect?
Yeah.
Don't nobody need to know about that.
Yeah.
Oh no, those pictures are hidden. Maybe I'll bust one out.
Maybe we gotta use
Yeah, I mean, whatever now, but
horrible.
These skinny people will never understand this.
No, they'll never understand a lot of things. And I got a list, and I made a list of the things you won't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Clothes. Your mom wasn't bringing you to the big and tall section when you was just big, not tall. You find out early, I feel like you find out early that, fat people aren't afforded the same leeway as skinny people as far as presentation.
Right.
So, I learned if you're going to be fat, you can't be fat and sloppy.
Right.
You can't have a lazy collar.
Right.
You can't. You can't have, one of them dingy collars. You can't
automatically
shirt.
Look funky.
Don't be dingy. Don't be dingy, because I can literally have the same set sitting next to my counterpart who's skinnier.
Oh,
dingy shirt.
Right. But like we said, remember you guys remember the freaking baggy trend when that came out?
Yeah.
That wasn't good for us. But we had to join in, of course, but we just looked freaking like Shamu.
Just huge.
Extra huge.
Free size tees. Free size long galaxy tees.
But then you try to wear the baggy shit and then it looked like it just fit. You're like, but it's supposed to have the baggy look.
it just fit. It's snug.
Like, wait, it's so snug.
You know what else is fact? There's certain things like you don't want to wear. Like I don't know. This might be personal to me, but like, don't put me in a turtleneck. Like, don't put.
Hell no, that double chin resting on the collar.
Don't put me in the turtleneck,
yo. My face was round as shit. Then my mom put this dumbass short haircut on me. Like, it was a problem. Like, who? Little butterball.
Right.
Little milk that head.
Right. Yeah, don't put me in overalls.
Oh, no.
Don't put me in suspenders. You just look like a little fat kid with suspenders on. Like, you look like you a whole meme.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I just hated in dance class. Like, I was a really good dancer, but my little chubby ass, man. Once I started getting chubby, like, them leotards, them one pieces wasn't popping. Like, I still got them tapes hidden. My mom keep trying to pull them out. Nah, yo.
I feel kind of bad for girls because, like, most of the time, like, your stuff is supposed to fit. Snug. You know what else? I used to hate going to church and having to tuck my damn shirt in.
Oh, yeah. Tucking in the shirt is always whack.
Tuck your shirt in, man. Belly all over your belt and shit.
Yes.
You know what's messed up? Like, speaking on, like, girls and boys' clothes. You remember Bugle Boy?
Yeah.
You remember Bugle Boy? Why was there a size for boys that called Husky?
Yeah.
Why
I didn't see no Husky in girls, but I didn't even know that existed until I started working in retail. You know, because I'm not buying boys' clothes or whatever. But, yeah, I would see that when I was going through the clothes working at the Gap. I'm like, Husky. I said, oh, my God, that's a thing. I didn't know.
All my clothes was Husky.
Oh.
Well, Husky, Bugle Boy, corduroys.
A little thick solid.
Cords. Don't put me in cords, yo.
Corduroys. But yeah, man. Yo, like, you still got more on that list?
Nah. Okay. We good with the clothes. Pretty much, you just not afforded this. A trend. Here's a trend that's going to follow this whole thing. You're not afforded the same leeway.
Right.
In all aspects, right? What else we got?
I mean, we always had to be funny as shit. Like, that's all we got.
All right, yeah. That leads us to our next thing.
But, like, it carries over to when you're an adult. Like, I mean, no matter what my weight is, I'm always still going to act like that, you know, little fat kid that's always busting jokes. And I think people get so thrown off by my personality sometimes. Because it's like, what the fuck, bitch? Shut up. You don't always need to be busting jokes. Like, you know, and then, I mean, even still, like, you still have those insecurities, too, you know, about worrying about your weight, even if you don't really need to as you get older. It's just always there with you. But, yeah, yo, we some funny motherfuckers.
You had to be, because you find out early, especially that when you start getting a little older, get to middle school, and high school, you understand roast, and you understand you got to be ready at any moment. Because
somebody always coming for you, yo.
Yeah. It'll be a roast between two other people, and if you do so much as laugh too hard,
oh my God, right,
there's somebody in that group that's going to remind you you're fat. Like everybody forgot, and they had to be the one to be like, wait a second, Isaiah's fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody, you gotta be ready to go to war. Like, and understand that a fat joke don't ever have to make sense.
It don't matter.
The joke is that you're fat. So, like, understand that, like, anybody who's fat, you look like them.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You know what you look like? It can be a white, like, I'm black. It can be a white fat guy, but you look like him because your belly's the same size. I don't know, yo. I don't know, but you can't be fat and sensitive. It's not good. You gotta be fat and funny. That's the only weapon. That's the only thing you hold on to that shit for dear life.
Right. But you know what was messed up? What I saw online, it said a study suggested that the changing lifestyle of the 90s was one of the kickstarters of childhood obesity. I guess our generation was when it really started to get the popping. And it said because it was more kids in front of computer and TV screens, they were assigning more homework. They started doing all the standardized testing, you know, making school more intensive. And there was a more aggressive marketing of junk food targeting at children. You know, so we finally got because, like, you know, we got Nickelodeon, we got Cartoon Network, you know, all those networks started coming out for us. And hell yeah, it was nothing but Gushers and Pop-Tarts, all those cereal commercials, McDonald's, like all that good shit. And then too, like, you know, the production of the junk food was more so, you know, they came out with all them crazy snacks. What's that fucking Dunkaroos? Like all these like,
no, hold up, yo, Dunkaroos was the shit.
But I mean, like all these, like the fucking Kraft mac and cheese, Kraft American sliced bullshit ass cheese made it look so good on them grilled cheese commercials. Yeah, Gushers, Fruit by the Foot, you know, Go-Gurt. All that junk, all those different chips that came out. Yeah, Go-Gurt, like the Doritos, all that stuff. So, you know, all that stuff started coming out. And I mean, granted, our parents really didn't know how harmful it was because we were really like the test monkeys on it. You know, all this processed shit. So
Kool-Aid.
You know, oh my God, like
sugar juice,
soda. That, like all that stuff. So all that stuff was coming out. Our parents are buying us all this junk and not realizing how, I mean, look how much we used to eat McDonald's. Our parents had no idea. So yeah, we were really the testers of that. Thanks.
We
used to be fucking it up.
Yeah, moving on to food. Since we talking about that, understand no matter what's on your plate, you're making a bad decision.
Don't get seconds.
Yeah, you can have the same amount of food.
Get seconds, yo.
Me and the skinny dude can have the same amount of food, and they'll say the skinny dude is, oh well, you can really put it away. They'll look at my plate and just shake their head in disapproval, like the same thing. We eating the same thing, bruh. That's what I'm saying. We're not afforded the same leeway.
No, but also too, like, I mean, it's our parents, like it's adults around us that are supposed to help us out. Like some of us, like all addictions, you know, and different problems. We like food. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't monitoring me, nigga. I'm going ham. Like, I didn't have enough, you know, whereabouts to like monitor myself as a child. I didn't, because you don't understand like the process of, you know, and how it works. So if the shit's there and I'm not being monitored, I'm going to eat. I like eating. I mean, I still have a hard time monitoring myself, but at least I'm an adult. You know, and I can go to the gym and things like that. Like, as a child, I'm sitting there trying to take my mom's little workout VHSs, trying to do it. I do it for like a day and think it's going to do something. Like, I didn't understand. And I go upstairs, eat some hamburger helper. Like, I didn't know how it works.
Hamburger
so that's why it's like, yeah.
My mom used to try to put, what's it called? Little string beans in it.
Full of peas in it. I like peas, though, but that wasn't losing no weight. But,
yeah, you were saying don't get seconds, yo. Like, I feel like anytime you go and get seconds, there's somebody in that corner like, look, getting another plate. You up there getting another plate.
I feel like I probably got thirds, though.
Yeah, and that's the messed up thing. Kids can really eat, yo.
Yeah. I see that with kids I work with, like, just being around different kids. Because my son, he's not an eater. He doesn't, I don't know, he's just not, he doesn't eat a lot.
Good for him.
But, yeah, I mean, that's just him. But there's other kids that love food. And I'm like, oh my God, that was me. Like, if I could just eat all day, I freaking would. Like, I just love food. But, you know, so some kids need more help with that, you know, with monitoring that, you know, and helping guide them. Everybody isn't the same way. So that's why it just kind of sucks. Like, man, I needed help.
Right? I had no concept of, like, working out.
I would just see my mom working out, but, you know, and she would always tell me I need to lose weight, but I didn't know how to do it. So I just tried to kind of copy what she was doing, but she wasn't eating the bullshit I was eating.
She would tell you need to lose weight. Meanwhile, she feeding you what?
All the junk.
All the trash.
And I mean, granted, it was too because, you know, like trying to afford certain things, you know, I get it. But I needed to be monitored more so because I was making whatever we had in the house, I'm going to put it together the fattest way possible. Like, you know, we got random ass ingredients. I'm going to make a whole fucking meal. Like, it's going to be out of pocket. And then, like, you know, I found cookbooks. Oh, God. Like, what? I'm making batches of brownies every day. Like,
oh, God.
Like, I like cooking, I like eating, but that doesn't mean I need to do it all the time. I need to be monitored.
I mean, you were 8.
I was like, yeah, like 8,
9 years old.
10, 11, 12.
13, 14, 15, 30.
I didn't finally lose weight until, like, it was like circumstances beyond me, like, you know, where it was like, oh, food's not available all the time.
That was college for us.
Well, yeah, that's when we lost weight again.
Yeah, I lost hella weight.
Yeah, like I didn't kiss a boy until I was like 16, and that's like after I lost weight.
Yeah, that'll change you.
But I didn't want to. But it was also just because I was always just a chubby kid. Like, that's what people always be telling me. Oh, I did this and that. I'm like, what? Like, I'm glad I was delayed in like my life experiences. But then when you get older and all of a sudden you get all this attention, it's fucking weird. You know, because you're so used to always being, like the fat kid. So then it's like, I was freaked the fuck out when I first lost weight. Like, I didn't want people talking to me. Like, it's still weird to me sometimes getting attention.
That's true. That's true. Because, like, I would be, like, oblivious. Like, a girl might be on me, and I'll be like, what?
Right,
doesn't compute.
You sure? Yeah. But, look, you see them people from high school that was popping, though. Got a hot-ass mess now.
But you know what's whack? Because, like, say, I'm just talking from God. But even, I'm talking from God's perspective. If you were fat and you were younger, girls typically weren't messing with you. But nowadays, you see fat belly dudes with girls all the time.
But they're older. They're not, like... Art like kids.
I know they're in like style now though. Like it's
no, I know, yeah, but that's good. But it sucks for
good.
Us. But
that's what I'm saying. It sucks for us. Yeah. I'm carrying all the BS. I don't know when. I'm questioning why you like me.
For real. But and then too, it just sucks because no matter like I said before, no matter how much weight you lose, you always still have that complex.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, sorry that you got fat when you were 28. Like, come on.
You skipped all the nonsense. You didn't have to be fat and funny, yo. And you want to know what else? It's a thin line. It's a thin line because you're supposed to be fat and funny. Funny can be confidence, but like you can fat and funny back in like school and shit. You can fat your funny with your ass right into the friend zone. Right into the friend zone. Oh my God, I love hugging you like a big teddy bear.
Like, bitch, get off.
Teddy. Nah, Teddy been trying getting in with you for years.
Ew. You can't say like that.
Teddy trying to give you some dick.
I'm done. Gross. But no, let's go back to being in school and sports and
all right,
all
cool.
that good stuff.
I got a story. Another common theme of not having the same amount of leeway, yo. So I'm gonna open up. So I remember I was in high school, right? Me and this skinny white kid, stole a chicken sandwich from the cafeteria. Right then and there, I was setting myself up for failure, right? So, got caught. I had we both got in-school suspension, right? So, you know, something happens, word gets around school. But what's fucked up is, like, the way the story is told between me and the other person. So, his name was John. John gets caught with a chicken sandwich. They run up, Dad, yo, you heard what happened to John? He stole a chicken sandwich. He got caught. They were like, damn, sucks, right? They tell the same story about me. They be like, yo, you heard what happened to Zay? What happened, yo? This nigga got caught stealing 8 chicken sandwiches, yo. 8 of them.
Whoa. Like
the jump. It'd be like, yo, he stole 4 chicken sandwiches, a cold cut, sliced pizza, fries, all loose in his pocket.
Same. All loose in his pocket. That's terrible.
Right? So now you defending yourself.
Right. You got a stain on your shirt.
Nah,
for
nigga.
The food.
Yeah, right? No.
I didn't take all that, yo.
You can't be sensitive, though. You got to defend yourself. But nigga, it was 1 chicken sandwich.
Right. I know you got to play it all cool. You can't get worked up.
Can't get worked up.
But don't you hate that, though, when you got to explain your eating? That was the worst.
No, it was 1. And then having to admit that it was 1 chicken sandwich is just like dehumanized. No, it wasn't 8. It was 1. Right?
And they looking at you like, there's no way it could have just been 1.
You know? Yep. Your belly says different, sir. The stain on your shirt says different.
Right. But real quick, too, like when you're sitting around your peers, always having to find something to put over your stomach. You sit down.
Yeah. Or going to the function, you just got a pillow over your belly for no reason.
Right. Or in class, I remember I used to always have to sit like with my heels propped up on the seat so my thighs didn't spread out all over the seat too big. You sit with your heels up a little bit so you on your toes.
Shut up. And you want to know what else is whack, yo? So they'll gun you for being fat the whole time, right? And then say you get a salad or something, yo, they come up to you like, Oh, what, you trying to lose weight?
Right. Like, damn, yo, can I? What if I am?
Damn, fuck.
Fuck you, bitch.
Win.
You don't know how hard this is.
With your fast metabolism.
Yeah, fucking making jokes. Fuck
right?
you.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to go to prom. No, but
you over here trying to fit into your prom dress.
Yo, talk about this motherfucking physical fitness test, yo.
All right, yo,
Fuck
god damn, yo, y'all remember the physical fitness test? See, y'all ain't have that shit.
Fucking flexed arm hang.
Yo, nigga, like, what in the fat shaming Olympics was that? What? Think about that, right? They doing all this physical stuff. He got a clipboard. The
like,
teacher got a clipboard.
Yes.
Yo, so I remember, like, my big ass can't do no pull up. Why you got me doing it in front of the class, yo?
But even still, too, like, I couldn't do no pull ups, but I was always still, like, I could still move around. You know, I wasn't, like, fat. Like, I was chubby. So I could still do shit, but it still looked whack on me. Like, look at her try to get up. Like, yo.
Just getting judged by your peers in front
like,
of
I'm over here. I can do a split and shit. But it's like a little chunky ass doing a split. Get your ass up. Get no kudos.
Oh my god, yo. Yeah, I was totally cool with, like, I was totally cool knowing I couldn't do stuff, yo. What I didn't need is everybody else knowing I couldn't do it. Like, I didn't need a girl like I had a crush on in class to know my belly's too big and I can't touch my toes. Like, oh no, he ain't even flexible.
I knew he couldn't do it. Look at him over there shaking. Remember the one certain stretches you be shaking trying to hold it?
Right?
When I flex arm hang, I used to hate that. Your elbows be going everywhere trying to hold that shit.
You just stretching. Why you sweating already? Let's talk about that. Sweat. You get those weird patches of sweat.
Oh,
like everybody else get the sweat around their joint. You get that weird patch in the middle of your tummy.
Where it folds.
Because the contact where it fold over or something.
Oh my god.
Oh god, yo.
Or your pants be ripping that material in between the thighs.
Yeah, because you're rubbing too much.
Or God forbid you wearing shorts and shit. Your thighs getting that little rash.
Oh god.
Terrible.
Yeah, y'all ain't had to go through none of this shit, man. I got another
swimming
thing.
Pool.
Oh, swimming pool? Yo, the anxiety of knowing you had to go to the swimming pool and you probably, it was a decision. You gonna be the whack person that kept their shirt on, or you gonna be the person that just embraces fatness?
Yeah, but being in the pool, having to worry about putting on a fucking t-shirt over your bathing suit. You know, anybody be looking at your little thighs rubbing, your little belly poking out. Like, I just want to have fun. All that drag. I just want to have fun.
Don't in swimming terms it's called drag? You damn near drown with that big ass shirt on, yo. You ain't moving as fast.
But then they be like, why you got that shirt on, yo? Take that shirt off. Right. Can you let me, like, do my thing? Why are you concerned? Damn.
Can't take my shirt off as fast as you, skinny guy.
Fucking washboard abs and shit.
Yeah, did you say, you said Shay, you said washboard abs?
Shay, you don't know about this life. Fucking 9 years old washboard abs. Like, shit, I ain't never had a flat stomach in my life. Not that I can remember.
Look like one of them little 300 kids.
Yeah, for real.
Spartan kids.
Erkin, you don't know about this life. This gut life, nigga.
Gut life. You want to know a perk about gut? Like, when I pee, this might just be a man thing. If you peeing, you can like tuck your shirt underneath your belly and just hold it up with your fat. You can go freehand. You don't even got to wash your hands. You don't even got to wash your hands after.
Right. Ooh. Shut up. No, but you know what, too? I hate it. It's like how they act like you more durable because you're a little heavier when you was a kid.
Oh, God. Let me tell you something, yo. Let me tell you something. Playing sports, back on sports, yo. Niggas will foul the shit out you and you just supposed to eat it.
Oh, God.
Just foul the shit out you because you big.
Like, come on.
Wrap you up. You supposed to run through everybody. Football, you supposed to run through everybody and shit.
Right.
All right, so I have a thing. I have a syndrome. It's called thick nigga syndrome.
Okay.
Right. It has to do with sports. So I consider myself a fairly decent basketball player. You see me play ball before. Soccer was my first sport. Then it moved to basketball. I've always been light on my feet, I think, because I contribute that to soccer, right? So I'm speaking from experience. If anybody else can corroborate this, please do. You go to a new court to play basketball. Already they're looking you off because you're fat. Nothing new. I like turning people into believers. I don't hold that against them. If I had to go by the eye test, I probably wouldn't want the fat guy on the squad anyway, playing full court. Right? You might have to wait an extra game. Nobody want to pick you up. That's fine. But then there's usually like a resident thick nigga at the court. Like it's their fat guy.
Yeah.
It's their fat guy at the court that they have accepted. And he's either proved to be a liability or he's like kind of like the mask guy. But he's typically going to get the nod over you. But no matter what, the fat guy will be guarding you. You will be opposite of him. And there's no way you can have two thick niggas and they're not guarding each other, yo.
See, they make it a whole spectacle.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. It turns into a spectacle, right?
See what you want, go slip up.
Right. So now this dude is sizing you up since you got there. He feels threatened. His thick nigga residency is in jeopardy just by you being there, right? There's only two outcomes. He can either really play ball and you guys form a mutual respect for one another, or he can't play ball, but he's wild competitive and will proceed to fuck you up the whole entire game.
God.
Right? So you usually tell from the first play. He's either going to do like a hard ass cut before the ball's even checked up, or he's going to be like wild active, like you're playing full court and he picking you up full court press. Like nigga, you cannot keep this pace up the whole game, yo. You actually messing it up for both of us. You going to tuck both of us out.
Both tired, nigga. Calm down. Calm down.
Like you cannot keep this up, bro. But no matter what direction it takes, like the game, it's not 5-on-5. There's two games being played. There's a 5-on-5 game, and there's two fat dudes going at it. They'll keep kicking you the ball.
Just to see you get busy real quick.
Right, get busy real quick. Oh, like everybody hyping you up and shit. See. There can only be one fat person. There can only be one fat baller.
Right. Which one will reign supreme?
Right.
Get the glazed donut.
Right. What's the reward after?
Yup. I want a reward. But no, that's like when I was in Taekwondo when I was like 12 years old. And I got fucking thrown up against a like 65-year-old brown belt. Like, I'm 12 years old. Nigga, I'm like 5'4". I might have been 5'3" still at the time. Nigga, I'm a little chubby, but that don't mean I can take a side kick to the thigh from a fucking dinosaur. Like, come on, yeah.
They've been doing Taekwondo for 30 years.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I know they needed an extra person for the adult squad. Like, I'm not that big. Damn. Pulled me out the kids group. Shipped me over there for the day. Terrible. I was so mad. I was like, I know I'm a little chubby, but like, damn, not that durable. Right. Shit, had a huge bruise for like weeks on my thighs. Terrible.
He caught you with that roundhouse.
Right. But yeah, I hated that though. I was being a kid, chubby kid, trying to do active shit. You always felt like a damn spectacle. Oh, like I was really good at basketball, and I just like didn't want to play anymore. Just, you know, I was like, I don't want to be a fat person on the team. Sucks.
No matter what you participate, don't even have to be sports. You're just always the fat one.
Yes.
You just like you can go to the mall with your friends. You just the fat one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, a walking meme at all times, and like you really have to be cautious and not falling. You know what? We're lucky. We're so lucky. There wasn't like camera phones.
Oh
like,
God, we would have been really caught up.
We would have been every meme, son. Every last one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, side note, you know what else got on my nerves? Walking around and like, usually adults did this. Greeting. What's up, big man? What's up, big guy?
Not big man.
High five. Like, must you address my size?
Or it was always like, as soon as they saw you, you gaining some weight. Huh? Damn. Oh, I didn't know. But soon let you lose some weight, they don't say nothing. But if you gain weight, they always gotta say something.
Right. But yeah, like what if I just pointed out an insecurity of yours every time I greeted you?
Right.
What's up? What's up? Speech impediment. Man.
Oh, your breath stinks.
Right?
Oh, your
What's
hair's
up,
turning gray.
Bad breath. What's up, visible limp guy?
What's up, deadbeat dad? Like, like what? Calm down.
Oh my God, yo.
Jeez.
I'm trying to think if I got any other stories. I got one.
Mine's mostly sadness. I don't have a lot of.
Well, no, they need to hear the sadness because this is all the stuff. This is all the stuff. No, this isn't funny stories. I'm really sad about these things, but I'm making them funny. This is how I cope.
Back to how we dealt with growing up.
This is just how I cope.
Make it into
with
a joke.
Yeah, just make it a joke. All right, so I remember one time we were all on this like field trip. It might have just been like a day trip, or we might have been at like some type of camp, right? Mm-hmm. And it had us in the woods, and we were doing these like trust exercises.
Oh gosh!
Right. So like you had to fall into people's hands and shit, and all this shit, right? Just shit that's not built for fat people in mind, right? Yeah. So it was on some like teamwork stuff. So on like boot camp, we in the middle of the woods. Like there was like wooden walls you had to help each other climb up. Mm-hmm. So like once I started seeing how it was shaping, I'm already on edge. I'm like, fuck, man. Like being the only fat person, like there's just things you think about that other skinny people just don't think about. Right. So we're in like a group of like 8 to 10 kids per group. We get to this one station. So like first couple stations, I was like, all right, we can finesse this. I won't feel like too put out on an island or whatever. Right. So we get up to this one station, and it's like a hula hoop size thing that's like, I don't know if it was hanging or it might have been like standing up on something. Okay. So the object was to work as a team, right? Okay. The object was to work as a team. Lift people up almost like coffin style. Oh my God. And put them through this hoop with like their feet first. Yeah, put them through this hoop. Did they have to
walk holding you, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like they kind of had to pass you, and then like the people in the back.
Oh, they all stand in line and pass you down.
Yeah, it's almost like some some pallbearer shit. Like it's almost shit, right? And everybody had to do it. Right. So immediately when they're like describing the rules of this game. Oh, let me add you something. One more thing. The hula hoop thing you had to pass through was on fire. Quote unquote. Really? So you couldn't touch the sides.
Oh, they were just saying it was.
Yeah. They were just saying it was on fire. I was like,
it really was? Okay. Right, that's a liability. Keep going.
So immediately when he's explaining these rules or whatever, I see everybody doing calculations in their head, like on some Rain Man shit. Like calculations flying past their head, like, all right, yo, how we gonna get this fat nigga through this ring? Right? So obviously I had to be the first one to go. Like I had to be the first one to go because we needed all hands on deck. Like
all the strength.
Right? We needed all the strength.
Fresh strength. Can't get them like 5-6 people down the line.
Nah.
You get that out the way.
We need their muscles supreme in good shape. We don't need no wear on them, like you know what I mean. So, all right, yeah. So I had to lay in the middle and watch 8 kids pick up my body, yo. Wild embarrassing. So what made it worse was like, as they're
was your shirt slipping up and shit.
That's your thing.
Like, come on,
Stop.
Yo.
That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
Thing.
If your belly showing, that little bottom of your belly showing and shit. All right, I don't know. There's too much stimuli going on for me to probably even acknowledge that, right? So they're picking me up, and I think the worst thing I decided to do was turn my head and look at they had this little frail white girl on my shoulder.
They had nobody else to sub her out. Like, why was she?
I don't know. She had to been like 105 pounds, my nigga. I was a big boy. So I turned my head and I see this white girl on my shoulder, yo, and I just looked and I just seen nothing but strain on her face, as like, you know, like when you're picking something up and you get to that one part where you just gotta like push through and really exert all your energy to get it up, and I just see her face like, yeah. She turned it red. She turned it red. Yeah. Yes. You should have seen all the fucking. She exerted so much energy. She was like,
shaking and shit.
Right? Shaking. Right. So they get me through the hoop. I'm all hitting the sides and shit. Like I'm pretty much on fire. If the hoop was really on fire. Luckily, the teacher didn't make it again. But like, I felt bad for that little girl. Like she's probably about to have a hernia, yo. She's probably 13 with a hernia.
Like, who the fuck? You know what? God. No, you know what I thought of though? Remember, did you guys have like a field day at school?
Oh yeah.
So did you guys ever have like relay races?
Yeah.
Like, you passed the baton. You remember just like trying to run your heart out so you didn't look whack. So you didn't have to ruin it for everybody. Like, oh, this is my time. Shit. Everybody was watching me run. You bust that little sprint.
Right.
Thighs.
You always thought you was faster than you was. Nah, you remember the water guns? And everybody spraying each other with the water balloons or whatever. Your shirt get wet. And you can see all the fat.
All the rolls and shit. Like, come on, yo.
Yo. Oh, man. Torment. Torment as a child, yo.
Man,
Torment.
I want to go work out. I want to go work out now.
I need to go run.
I'm about to go eat this bacon, egg, and cheese dough. Like, on a buttery croissant, cheddar cheese, crisp fried pork bacon.
Oh my God.
A fried egg, just so. So.
Britt, keep talking to me. Buttery
so
crispy
bad?
bacon, huh? What condiments you using? How you dressing it?
I don't know yet. I like to surprise myself. To keep it interesting.
Yeah. You ever get in a relationship with another fat person?
Oh my God.
Or a fat brain person, and y'all just be sending food pics like
God.
Food pics are like nudes.
I know.
They're like nudes, like they just send like some crispy bacon, and like you're like, oh.
Right.
That's how we flirt.
Delicious.
We all send nudes to each other, yo. We just send Instagram food pics. Yes.
Remember that fucking sausage that was stuffed with provolone cheese?
Yeah, that looked gross though.
What? No bullshit. It looked delicious. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow.
What?
That shit look popping, but no, pork belly right now is the weakness.
I feel like
crispy
people judge
pork. I know pork.
Let me tell you.
Wink,
let
wink.
me tell you. Like whenever I'm eating pork,
all the animals are fucking dirty. Especially if you eating shit that's mechanically processed in the United States. We treat all the animals like shit. They all eat their own shit.
You know,
like,
it's crazy.
Stop it.
But wait a second. What's a little wild about pork is that pigs don't sweat. Pigs don't like sweat, like they don't they just absorb everything, so that's kind of what makes it
I ain't even
funky.
think about animals sweating. I ain't think any animal sweated. That just never came across my mind.
Think about if you didn't sweat and like all the perspiration just stayed in your body. You take a shower when you sweat, yo. When you sweat, you want to get in the shower, and we just straight eating pork.
But I don't always sweat, just when I'm working out. Yeah, pork is delicious. Ooh, I saw a fucking, I don't know if I've ever said this before. I saw a cannibal, not before in general, just like on the podcast.
Okay.
Never told anybody this, but no, I didn't mean it like that. I was watching this documentary on cannibals. It was on HBO. I remember I was like 13 or something. I saw this shit. And they were interviewing these dudes that were locked up, that were cannibals, and they said that humans taste like ham.
They do, especially Americans.
I was like, ooh, for real? I was like, wait.
That's that bush meat. Got a
little pork chop. Fried bacon.
All tender. You probably like.
I remember I went to that one museum or that one exhibit. They had traveling around that was showing the human body, the inside of the human body, whatever. Remember?
I didn't go. Yeah,
remember
I didn't go. I remember you brought that book
back.
Yeah.
I remember them fucking the muscles and shit look like corned beef. I was like, and I was like, wait.
Yo, corned beef hash is very underrated meat.
Yo, I love corned beef. So do you make that shit fresh? It's so tender. Pulls right. Let me stop. Make yourself hungry. But I went to the exhibit hungry. So then I'm walking around looking at all this like preserved muscle, human flesh, real human muscle, and it looks like tender ass corned beef. And I'm like, yo,
Yo,
Mom, I'm like
it.
dumb hungry. It was like corned beef. She's like, Britt, that don't make no sense. Britt, really?
That's a little gross.
I was like, but
might you be a cannibal, Britt?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I was like, shit, I shouldn't come. Like, that y'all look like some meat. Terrible.
Tastes good as hell. We probably like the Kobe beef. Americans
know,
probably
right?
the Kobe beef of people.
Yo, little filet mignon, little ribeye.
Straight up. We probably marbled.
The pork loin. Marbled.
we probably marbled like hell, bro.
We be at Ruth Chris and shit.
All buttery.
All buttery. Yo, when I first walked in there, I was like, it smells like butter. The maitre d', he was like, yeah, everything here is cooked in butter. And his eyes, like he raised his eyebrows when he said it. I'm like, he must have been a fat kid too. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, everything's in butter.
Everything's in butter. I was like, he got too excited like me. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that's another thing. Growing up fat, we could talk about food all day. All day long.
All the combinations.
You ever plan your next meal while you're eating a meal? You think about what you're going to eat later?
That's your pre-meal for the main meal.
I'm getting hungry now.
I know. I'm ready to go eat, so we're going to have to stop this.
Yo, bottom line, y'all skinny people, son, you can't come back later in life. You skipped out all the BS. You didn't have to carry any...
You don't have the childhood scars.
No, you don't have no scars. You didn't get jumped in. You're not initiated. You're not part of it. You can't throw up the signs. No gang signs. You cut off. Get off my block.
Get off my block.
Get off my block, B.
Oh, gosh.
Straight up, we have no remorse for y'all.
Nope.
It's because your metabolism is slowing down. My metabolism has been slow since I was little.
Shit, man. It's a lifelong battle.
Right? Straight up.
I literally don't know what it's like to have a flat stomach.
Yeah.
I mean, must be nice, huh?
Must be cool. I wouldn't know.
Didn't inherit this from childhood.
I always had an any belly button.
Yeah, I mean, I was always like, is it because I got a gut? I always wondered that. Like, would I always have... Am I truly an any? Or is it because I have a little gut?
I can tell you right now, it is because we have a gut. I've never seen a fat... You know those people that got them Audi belly buttons? I've never seen a fat Audi belly button.
Exactly.
I've never seen any belly button with abs. It's unheard of.
Shut up. Oh my gosh. No, but like I'm seriously hungry, so I'm ready.
Yeah, I think we gotta go.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting that damn croissant and that crispy bacon and my cheddar cheese and my fried egg just so.
Yeah, I don't even.
I don't want it over medium, but I wanted a little. I don't want no runny yolk today. Not today. But I don't want it fried too hard. See,
you got some decisions to make. This is
what I'm talking about.
You know how hard it is to make a decision when you're fat about what to eat, because everything you eat got.
No, but it also has to be
note.
like it has to. Yeah, it has to be exactly how I want it. Like everything has to be right. So.
All right, yo, we're gonna go eat. Moral of the story: we're gonna go eat.
Things ain't changed.
Yeah, ain't nothing changed. Be happy and fat, bro.
No, I think the thing is, fat kids unite. Okay, where the fat kids at? Come talk to us so we can all join together and have our camaraderie. In our
we did. There should be like a fat kid mentoring program.
We need a safe space,
a big brother program for fat kids.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For real.
You gotta teach them how to roast, and you gotta teach them jokes.
No, or just seriously teach them how to get healthy and lose weight. It's not fair for these kiddos. I feel so bad when I see kids that are overweight because it's not their fault. And I know, and you know, you too. You know how that feels and how it sucks. You know.
Why they be cute though?
Oh, they're absolutely adorable, but it's like
you don't feel adorable though.
You don't fucking feel it at all. Not at all. So I'm gonna go dig up some fat photos and go eat me a banging ass breakfast sandwich.
Right. I'm gonna keep making bad decisions. I'm gonna keep eating horrible and try to outrun it.
I mean, hey, at least we're making a choice.
All right, we out. We about to eat.
All right,
Easy
man.
Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
We gone.
Bye.
Real. Yo.